Hello everyone and welcome to our in-depth coverage of the Dice Commando 1-year anniversary event. I'm Andrew, your host and commentator and analysis for today's match. This event is a sealed format tournament, but we're going old school. Each player was given 8 packs of Awakenings, the first set of Star Wars Destiny, and were asked to bring their own Rivals draft kit. Drafting the old stuff, but with the current Infinite Holocron errata and Balance of the Force points, creates a unique event we believe that hasn't been done anywhere before. Also note that use of the Rivals draft kit means that character subtypes are not relevant for this event. This event was absolutely free for subscribers of the Dice Commando YouTube channel. Boxes of Awakenings were purchased by Andrew and Amy of Dice Commando with a generous discount given by our event sponsor, Gongaii Games. Gongaii not only supplied the venue, drinks and snacks, but also surprised everyone on game day with free lunch. A sincere thank you to Gongaii Games for their unparalleled support of this channel. Today's event has 22 participants who registered by following instructions in Easter eggs placed into the Dice Commando videos. This event will have 5 rounds of Swiss with a top 4 cut. Alright, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Our standings after 5 rounds of Swiss. We did in fact see Daniel lose at the top table, which means we have 4 4-1s. Symbio, Zaylin, Enzo, Andrew, and Lyle. So with a top 4 cut, unfortunately, Lyle does get bumped on strength of schedule. So our top 4 will go to Symbio, Zaylin, Enzo, and Andrew. So looking at the bracket, we have Zaylin and Enzo playing each other at the 2 and 3 slots, and Symbio, our number 1 seed, and Andrew, the number 4 seed, will be playing each other. Thanks everyone, and please enjoy today's game and continuing coverage of the Dice Commando 1-year anniversary event all week long. Hello everyone and welcome back to Dice Commando for ongoing coverage of our 1-year anniversary event. On the left we have Andrew playing Anakin, Dooku, and the Tusken Raider. Andrew was the 4 seed today. On the right we have the number 1 seed Symbio playing Padawan, Ketsu, and Dooku as well. So this is quite the Dooku off. Andrew will actually win the roll off, but he takes Symbio's battlefield to be able to put 2 shields onto Dooku. And Symbio will get us started. So, alright, good luck gentlemen. So Symbio's going to open us up here. Oh, he goes with a raised staff on the Padawan, reducing the cost by 1 for net 1. Andrew also drops raised staff, this time on Anakin, but it does cost him the $2. Alright, Padawan comes in with a $1, not bad, but also has the raise special, which allows Symbio to remove a die showing damage. Okay, so Anakin comes in with not much, goes back to Symbio. He's going to activate Ketsu, who comes in with 2 gun. Alright, so Andrew activates the Tusken. Ooh, hits the 3 for 1. So the Tusken has the ability that when he activates, you can discard a card from your hand to resolve this character's die or an upgrade die. However, Andrew doesn't have the money to pay for it. Symbio immediately responds with 2 damage into the Tusken. He does not like that pseudo-ambush ability, so he's trying to get him off the table. Andrew brings in Dooku. Does get the melee. Andrew's looking for the money though here. Alright, Symbio's Dooku comes in with a 2 discard for 1. Andrew's going to drop his Verpine Sniper to re-roll. Get some additional melee. Oh, and the Anakin Special. Reminder, the Anakin Special is discard a hero card to gain 2 shields, or a villain card to do 2 damage to a character. Symbio will do his raised staff to remove the Dooku damage. Andrew was hoping for the $1, but oh, doesn't have a villain card apparently, so he drops Emulate. Oh, okay, actually gets what he needs there. Gets the $1 and the 3 for 1. Back to Symbio here. Alright, so he will Hidden Motive and call Melee. He gets it. Man, 3 times on that 3 for 1. So Andrew's going to resolve the melee. He's deciding who to go for first. So he's going to go for Ketsu first. So Ketsu has a built-in ability where before a character dies, you can move a weapon to her. So going after the Padawan seems like the smart choice, but then that stays in. So Symbio pitches to reroll, gets a focus. He'll pitch to reroll again. Andrew is claimed at this point. Right, so there's 2 more. So Symbio is clearly in the lead right now. However, Andrew still has Dooku. Well, I mean, they both have Dooku, but Andrew is clearly going on the tank Dooku option. So let's see how this pans out here. They're even on upgrades. Symbio has $4 though, and we do know that Symbio is packing one with a 4, so. And he also just drew a second chance. Woof. Alright, so Anakin comes in with a special and a money. So Andrew's hoping for a villain card. Padawan comes in on Symbio's side with money and a 3-for-1. That's not bad at all. Oh, Andrew plays the Kylo's lightsaber for 3. That's huge. So the special on Kylo's lightsabers deal 2 damage. If any of it is blocked, roll the die back in. All right, so Symbio puts 3 into the Tusken without hesitation. Tusken will come in, rolls a 1 damage. Andrew would have to discard to resolve that, but I think he's happy to just leave it out there with the 1. All right, Ketsu coming in. All right, that is not what he was looking for. No damage there. Dooku comes in, also not what Andrew was looking for. Back to Symbio. Dooku's coming in. Rolls a blank. All right, Andrew will discard to re-roll. All right, so he gets the 3-for-1, a money on Dooku, a shield, and then, of course, the Ray Staff. That's actually pretty big. Ray Staff doing some work for both these gentlemen today. All right, resource taken on Symbio's side. All right, 1 more into Ketsu. Ooh, a backup muscle. Actually, that's not a bad deal for Andrew if Symbio ends up burning that to kill somebody else. All right, Andrew takes the $1. Back to Symbio. All right, disrupts. Yep, Andrew knew that was going to happen, but he just traded a die for die, so it's not a bad deal. All right, pitch to re-roll. Oh, man. So that is a pay side. Tusken Raider dead with the backup muscle. That pay side on Anakin's hard to see, but that's what Andrew was dealing with there. All right, so Andrew re-rolls. He gets, there's a base damage on Anakin, but still the 3-for-1. Dooku on the pitch to re-roll gets a $1. So 3 more into Ketsu, puts her at 5 with 4 health remaining. All right, Symbio takes a resource, and then Andrew claims to gain a resource because he has none. All right, and then Symbio drops the second chance, and Andrew's in trouble. All right, and then Symbio dropped 1 card to draw an additional, but Andrew will lead us out here. So Symbio's in the clear lead right now, but neither of these guys have started pounding into Dooku yet. Andrew, with the big upgrade on Dooku, may have an in-game advantage here. So we'll see what Andrew does to open. Okay, so he rolls in Anakin to start. It's a blank and a blank coming in strong. Goes to Symbio, drops BB-8. Actually, BB-8 does pretty good work in this sealed environment here. Only 1 focus, but that little special can do work. Okay, Andrew spins 1, 2, 3 for the Vibro Sword. So he's going to run into potential pay side issues again this turn, but Andrew's just trying to ramp, trying to win the dice game. All right, Padawan comes in with that fantastic die on the focus and the 1 melee. Dooku coming in with 3 die. Doesn't hit anything major. The 2 discard's not horrible, actually. And back to Symbio here. Symbio probably rolls in Ketsu. He's pawing Dooku there. Okay, yeah, okay. We're going to roll in BB-8 first, which gets the blank. Back to Andrew. Andrew's certainly a pitch to reroll here, right? So he drops Heroism to do them all except the resource. Right, so there's a 2-for-1 on Anakin, 2 blanks, but the +2 on the Kylo Saber, so threatening to pop at least the second chance. All right, there's a focus to the 3-for-1 likely. Nope, not at all. That's a good move on Symbio's part. He goes to the special. All right, Andrew's going to motive for melee. Gets a special. All right, Ketsu coming in. All right, there's the 2 melee. All right, Andrew takes the resource, sets himself up, but I'm sure Symbio will remove the 2 for 1, and then Andrew will have to pitch to re-roll. He may be willing to take the 4. So, yep, that's what he's going to do. So Andrew will have to pitch to re-roll. Right, drops a take cover to re-roll. There's a whole bunch of melee. All right, the 3 for 1 melee, which just improved board state, plus the 1. So that's 6 damage on the table. Symbio will want to try and save that backup muscle damage for Dooku, just to move it on there, right? Because remember, Dooku's ability is before he takes damage, not moves damage, which is why backup muscle is relevant. Before he takes damage, you can discard a card from your hand to give him a shield, right? So Symbio's Dooku rolls in with a 1. All right, and that's all right. So Andrew's very smartly splitting his damage here, right? So he's putting the 5, which is modified, so a total of 5 in one shot into Dooku, so that Symbio can only discard 1 card. Symbio actually takes it all, and then Andrew puts the remaining 1 into Ketsu. Okay, so Symbio is going to discard 1, so he'll give himself a shield and then take 5 for 4 net. So Andrew knows that Dooku's a huge threat, and that's why Andrew's trying to put the combined damage into him, even though it means potentially extra dice on the table. All right, so Anakin takes 3. Andrew claims dry fields to gain $1. And BB-8's left in the pool, but there's no damage, so probably Symbio... Oh, he's going to tinker it to the money. Okay, fair enough, takes the money. Then Symbio going with $5, which could be rough for Andrew with the one with the force play. Okay, so he's going to play draw attention, so he'll move 2 from Ketsu into the Padawan, leaving the Padawan with 5 health remaining, and also Ketsu with 5 health remaining plus the second chance, and then 1 more goes into Anakin from the backup muscle. So I do think Symbio needed to backup muscle into Dooku. Getting dice off the table, of course, is a good thing in this sealed environment, but Dooku can just become a rough tank. All right, so Andrew will lead us out. Gets a special on the 2. I believe that's the 2 for 1 on Anakin. It is. It's very hard to see that with those cross labors. Oh, abandon all hope. So Andrew has to either lose all his money or all of his cards in his hand. So he elects to lose the $3. That was a pretty good abandon all hope. Rolls in Dooku. So Andrew's looking at a pitch to reroll for sure, because he not only with the blanks, but he needs money for the pay sides. So he'll probably end up rerolling Anakin. Symbio's action here. We do see the Vibro Sword in Symbio's hand. That was a great abandon all hope. All right, Symbio brings in the Padawan. Oh, the special again. And then the 1 melee. Back to Andrew. All right, so Andrew drops to reroll everything except the special. Doesn't get much. He does improve it, because that's not the 2 for 1. That's the natural 2. So Symbio will probably just pop his raised staff special here. If he doesn't, Andrew will hit. But Symbio's thinking it over. He's looking... Oh, so we see Symbio has an emulate in his hand, so that'll be good for a Dooku at some point. Yep, that's what he's going to do. He's going to remove the Anakin die, goes back to Andrew. He'll pitch to reroll again for sure. Yep, discards his own draw attention to reroll. There's some melee and also the Kylo special. So again, Kylo special is 2 damage, and beneath his block, he can reroll it in. But Symbio has no shields on the table and would likely not do that with Dooku at this point. So Symbio's action here, I saw him pawn BB-8, but I think he has something in his hand to play. I think he's going to play that. We saw that Vibro Cutlass in his hand, or sorry, the Vibro Sword in his hand. I think that's what he's going to drop here. Yep, that is what he does. Puts him in potential payside issues, but likely not, because Dooku has no pay sides, Ketsu has no pay sides, so Andrew could again take a beating because Symbio's not rolled in essentially, well, 2 of his characters and BB-8 yet to come in, so, and Andrew's completely exhausted, so. Alright, so Andrew burns his discard, trying to get 1 out of Symbio's hand. It's the flamethrower, which is probably not a huge loss. Alright, Dooku coming out with a discard and a 1 melee, back to Andrew here. Okay, so it puts the melee into the Padawan. 3 health remaining now. Alright, 1 over to Anakin. So Andrew puts 2 into the Padawan. It just puts her at 6. 1 health remaining. So spreading the damage around this is generally not a good idea, but I do like Andrew's strategy of putting the high level damage into Dooku just so he could punch it through. It'll probably pay off for him late game. Alright, Ketsu comes in with $1. Andrew will, does he just resolve and take the damage off the table? It is a base side. Alright, passes. BB-8 comes in. Alright, Andrew passes again, I believe, because really didn't change anything for him. Alright, Symbio takes $1. Right, at which point Andrew removes the base side. So now Symbio will have to pitch to re-roll, leave him with 1 card remaining. Oh, he does drop his own emulate here. Alright, gets the 3 for 1. Okay, Andrew plays a scramble. Reroll all your opponent's dice. Can sometimes be dangerous, but worked out for him this time. So it's Symbio's action here now. He does have 1 card, which he's going to burn to reroll. He wants that 3 for 1 or the 1. Alright, money in a blank. Andrew will claim and gain $1, and Symbio will gain $1 of his own. Which will allow Andrew to go in with 3. And Symbio, okay, so Symbio actually burned his backup muscle. So actually, backup muscle does not technically go into the discard. It actually stays on the table. Or at least that's the way it used to be played. There may have been an errata to make it go away. If so, then you can light me up in the comments. But it's certainly not relevant for standard anymore, so I don't know that. But it's certainly back in the day used to stay on the table. All right, so Andrew has opening action here. Symbio's getting light on cards, which will definitely help Andrew from the Dooku point. Alright, so Andrew opens with Anakin, comes in with a special and a special. That's a good roll. Alright, yep, Padawan coming in. The focus and the 3 for 1, yep. So I like that move because it forces Andrew to drop her. Alright, so discards the villain, and then it'll redeploy to Ketsu, but the Padawan is gone. A lot of people hate that move. They don't agree with that when you know somebody's going to die, but forcing them to put the damage where it goes, I think, is a good play. So I agree with what Symbio did there. All right, Ketsu will come in response with the 2 die now, with melee all over the place. Andrew does... Yeah, Andrew's removing the 2 with the raised staff. Back to Symbio here. Symbio probably rolls in Dooku. He may, I mean, unless he wants to play something. We do see the jetpack doesn't do him a lot of good. All right, BB-8 comes in. Nothing major there. Dooku coming in. All right, a lot of modified sides. Andrew wishing he had the melee or the Anakin die out now for some melee, even though it was the special, but provides 2 melee sides. All right, Symbio's Dooku coming in. It's the 1 melee and a blank. So Andrew's discarding to reroll. Drops his Electroshock. Doesn't have a yellow character spot anymore anyway, so dead card. All right, does pick up 1. There he goes. That's good. Oh, reversal. So spot a yellow character to remove a die, and then deal that value to, or remove a damage die, and then do that value to another character. interestingly enough, on that card, if you deal the damage, like say you remove a melee, you're not dealing melee damage, you're just dealing damage. Anyway, it goes into Anakin, and then Andrew overwrites with a Gaffy Stick, which will redeploy. It's a pretty slick move. Goes back to Symbio here. So Symbio's discarding a reroll. He's not in a hurry to kill Anakin because he doesn't have to, because Anakin die out of the table. So he picks up and rerolls here, hoping for more, which he gets. So rerolling that raised staff was risky, but it paid off for him. But he did get the 2 other blanks. Andrew picks up and rerolls, gets the 2 discard for 1. All right, so Symbio's resolving melee, puts 1 into Anakin for the kill. So Andrew discards a card to give him a shield, and then he'll take the 3 damage, so Dooku takes a net 0. All right, and then Andrew pays 1 to discard 2 cards out of Symbio's hand. Right, Jetpack and the Feel Your Anger. So taking the discard when he has it is smart within this Dooku matchup, right? Andrew, you can very seriously... I have not been counting the cards, but... So Symbio claim gain $1. I've not been counting the cards, but Andrew's way ahead in the card race. So Symbio will now have to start making sure that he doesn't mill himself. So Andrew's definitely behind, but we'll have to see if we can figure out how many cards Symbio has left. I think Symbio only has, Symbio only has 2 cards left in his deck. So his Dooku ability is not going to do him a ton of good. Andrew has a lot of cards. All right, so Symbio is going to lead out with Dooku. All right, that definitely helps him. Oh, Andrew blocks, remove all die showing damage, or melee damage, sorry. So that was huge, especially because Andrew had the money to pay for it. Goes back to Symbio here, who will probably bring in Ketsu. Symbio is going to have to worry here about milling himself. Yeah, thinking it over, I think Symbio realizes he might be in trouble now. Because he has to cut through, well, it depends on how he deals it with the modifiers, but probably has to cut through about 13 or 14 damage here. Total before the end of the game, I mean, not just this round. All right, BB-8 out first. It's the special. Special is re-roll another die and this die back into your pool. All right, Andrew activates, gets a focus, a blank, but does get modified sides on the Kylo Saber. At this point, if Andrew's going for the mill win, he just uses the focus and makes Symbio respond, right? And we do see a heroism in Symbio's hand, which will allow him to take a black side off the table pretty easy and leave Andrew stranded. All right, Symbio pays 2 for the Verpine, just trying to get dice on the table to do damage. Now, that Verpine does do unblockable, which is very good versus Dooku. All right. Andrew drops to reroll. Oh, gets the special on Gaffy Stick. So special says remove a die showing melee to deal 3 damage to a character. So even if Andrew's stranded with a black side out on the table, then he can still deal 3 damage. That will actually help significantly. I'll see how Andrew plays this with the... Because that'll allow Andrew to flip to a black side and then have Symbio remove it, burning a card. Yep, so Andrew will focus. Oh, he actually burns the special. Goes to the 2 for 1. Hoping it doesn't get removed. All right, there's a fight back for 1. I think that was a risky play. No, it was not, because Andrew just tinkered into the 1. Oh, there's a heroism for 1 more. Puts it into Dooku. Okay, but so at this point, Andrew has to mill win because Symbio just burned a ton of cards. So we just saw Symbio burn 3 cards here to do what he wanted to do. Andrew is stranded, but... Andrew was thinking about claiming. Yep, Andrew's going to claim. Maybe not. At this point, Andrew's worried about his own cards. So do remember the Dooku ability can be used even after the claim, so because it's whenever he takes damage, right? Symbio's pitching to re-roll. Symbio only has 1 card in hand and 3 in deck, so right, he's going to pitch to re-roll. It's a blank and a 1. That's not going to do it for him. Andrew has enough cards to certainly block that. All right, Andrew will claim. He's not worried about it now. Oh, Symbio is going to drop his crafted, I think, to re-roll again. That's dangerous because Dooku does have a 2-for-1 discard. So yeah, Symbio thinking it over. That discard, yeah, he's just going to do the 1. Andrew discards to give himself a shield for 4 he takes it, so he takes net 0. All right, and then Symbio resets. So Symbio will only have 3 cards in hand. Andrew's mill condition victory is definitely his primary condition at this point. So yeah, 3 cards. Oh, his 1 with a force was on the bottom, if not the second from the bottom. That Andrew gets first strike here. Yeah, he'll roll in and put on the pressure on and make... I mean, Symbio has plenty of health on the table. All right. So Andrew rolls in. He gets the 2-for-1 discard. That's huge. Gets the special on Kylo Saber, a disrupt, and a 1 melee. All right. Symbio's just going to have to take the 2-for-1. Andrew's certainly going to resolve that just right here. Put the pressure on, make him choose to discard to reroll. There's no reason for Andrew to rush out the damage. He just needs to resolve the 2-for-1 discard. That's the right play. All right, Andrew's thinking it over here. The right play, at least from this angle, is the 2-for-1, 100%. Yep, that's what he's going to do. 2-for-1, discard, put Symbio at 1 card. All right, gets smuggling and 1 with a force. All right, Ketsu coming in. Could roll pretty well here. All right, does get the special on the Verpine, but $1, so yep, not enough. All right, so Andrew plays Force Misdirection, spotting a blue special to remove a yellow special. All right, discard, gets a Immobilize. Back to, no, it's Andrew's here. So Andrew will deal 2. He's trying to bait Symbio into discard, but Symbio is smarter than that. So he takes the full 2. Back to him. Is he going to discard and reroll? I mean, he can't win, so. Right, Andrew will just take the 1 there. All right, 1 more. BB-8 in. Oh, gets a focus, not bad. Back to Andrew. Andrew will just claim. He can still discard to protect Dooku, so there's the focus. A 3-for-1, and then 3. Andrew will discard to reduce it gain a shield, and then he'll take 2 net, going to 3 with 7 health remaining. All right, so Andrew has to get rid of 1 card in Symbio's hand. But Andrew's probably just going to be able to chill. So Andrew is out of cards in deck, yeah, but Andrew's probably just going to be able to chew Symbio out here because Symbio cannot discard to reroll. So. All right, Andrew comes in. All right, 2-for-1. Oh my goodness, he got the 2-for-1 discard. All right, Dooku comes in with the Vibro Sword. Oh, not bad. That's a 2 and a 3, but remember, Andrew can discard before each, because each is in... Oh, Isolation's one of them. But again, in that case, because each die is resolved individually, all right, so Andrew will discard, or Symbio's hitting for 3. So Andrew will discard 1 and then take 2 net. And now, oh, so there's a discard. It's rid of Symbio's last card, and now I don't think Symbio can actually win it. Yeah, he can't because he can reduce the Reduce Ketsu well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Ray Staff can become a 2. The Verpine is an actual 2 unblockable. So Symbio could actually do it. Alright, okay, yep. Rolls in, and that is it. So looks like Andrew's going to take this one on the mill condition. Kind of anticlimactic for a top 4 deck. Yep, they're counting it up, but all right, so Andrew puts 2 in to Dooku for the kill. So it redeploys. He decides not to because it removes the die from the pool. Goes back to Symbio, who has BB-8 yet to roll in. So BB-8 could hit a... Oh, it hits a special. That's actually... Symbio can still do this, right? It's a heck of a long shot, but it could happen. Wait, am I counting that right? So 1, 2, 3, it becomes a 2 unblockable. Yeah, he can totally do this. If he hits a 2 damage sides on Ketsu, the 3 for 1 on the staff, and the unblockable on... Oh, but that won't do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Now that he would have had to have gotten BB-8 multiple times. Okay, yep, that will do it. All right, nicely done, Andrew. Andrew will move up to the championship match. Nicely done today, Symbio, placing top in Swiss. That's no small feat. Excellent job, gentlemen. If you like what we're doing here on the Dice Commando channel, please show your support with a like and a subscribe. Please remember to keep all comments civil and constructive and to help us continue to grow this amazing community. Thank you for watching Dice Commando.
Hey, this is Alex repping Dice Commando. Make sure and like and subscribe to the video here for the Awakenings draft. I just started in Spirit of Rebellion, so I never got a chance to experience the Awakening stuff, so I'm really excited for that.